Yeah. So, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining. I'm Hitanshu Verma, and today I'm having Harshvardhan Baderiya, your senior from second year CSC branch. Uh, Harsh, right there.
Thank you, Etanshu, and thank you to GDSC for giving me this opportunity. Good evening, everyone. Myself, Harshvardhan Baderiya, and in this session, we'll be doing the backend in Firestore. We'll be exploring Firestore, Firebase, and implementing the last code of To-Do app that Hitanshu was making, and we'll try to make it simpler for you so that you can understand everything. So I'll share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Harsh, your screen is visible. Your screen is visible.
Thank you. So yeah, uh, so fire we are using Firebase as our backend deployment for the app that Hitanshu was making. So yeah, so Firebase is really easy. We start by making a project. Okay, in this you can make it to do GDSC, and we'll continue create project. It will take some time. I'm just making you aware of the things as I already made it for the app. It will take some time. Yeah, so this is the console you'll get when you make a project. So for the Android users, we'll get get this layout. So you have to fill the Android package name, which we will get in this build.gradle. Okay, you will get this in Android manifest. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Here only. Sorry. So you do this. You put it here, then leave it optional. Okay. So I've already made it here. Okay. You have to put this in the Gradle. You have to download this JSON and put this in Gradle, and your Firebase will be on. So in this, you'll get a layout like this in the Firestore database where your data will be stored. So in this, you will get your layout where you will see that it contains collection and then document. Okay, so when you use Firestore, everything will be stored in documents only. Okay, so you give a key and it will store as like you can harness it as much as you want for your needs. Like I made a function, just create to do and delete to do, where it will take a string title. Okay, so before I go in that, I'll tell you, you have to first initialize it as a main function. You have to give it a Firebase initialize app, and it will use await function, and to synchronize it you have to use async function along with it. And also you have to use this widget Flutter binding, which will synchronize with your app. Okay, and to to initialize your cloud store and Firebase core, you have to uh, put the dependencies in the pubspec file so that your app will be aware of the Firebase dependencies. Okay. After this, now I'll take you to my function which is create to do. Okay, so in this I'm using document reference function, and I am making a document reference variable where I store Firebase Firestore instance, and in the instance I go to the collection where it is directing to this collection. Okay, which is giving my to do key. Here I put it in the collections, uh, like in the instance and then collections, and then in collections you will go to the documents. Okay, so here document I'm using dot document so that when you create to do everything, when you write in the to do like this, say hi everyone here. So when I add the to do, it will go to my Firestore and it will get stored in the collections like this. I'm using Stream Builder to show that whenever I add a to do, it will show the to dos in my screen in my builder, and then I'm using a if else condition where if the snapshot has error, it will show something went wrong as a text by return, and else if the snapshot has data or it is not null, it will show my animated list widget. Okay, so uh, when you have to remove it, I made a delete to do function where it is getting a document reference variable, and to delete it I'm using the delete function, document reference dot delete, and when it get completed, it will return print deleted successfully, right? So when I deleted hi everyone thing, see, it will show deleted successfully, it will print it, and when I go to my Firestore, there is nothing over there. So it's working, right? And I called the delete function here, and I used item index dot title where the title was getting in this, where we was getting the title, right? Where was it? Here, the string title. So this title gets stored here, and then when I call this function along with the title, it gets deleted, right? So, yeah, and what I want to reference is the snapshot here. Okay, so in the stream builder, I'm taking query snapshot. Okay, right. Snapshot is like a snapshot of your document stored in the Firestore, like this. Like I'll add some things. Wait, I have to wait. Yeah. So yeah. Uh, so I make to do like hi GDSC the add along with hi everyone again this. So here it is showing me the live data which gets stored in the Firestore, right? IGDSC. Here my key is to do title, which are stored in the map. Whenever I add it, my function gets called here, and in insert item function, here I called it the add button. I called the create to do function, which is directing to that create to do, which is taking document references. And here I am using navigator dot like I am using pop function. So whenever I add something, like it's added, it just get, when I click the add function, on press button, when I click the add function, it get directly, it directs me to the main screen. Like it pops off the to do tile, like the this function. Okay, like floating action button. Yeah. So, and I'm on set on state, like set state function, I'm using the create to do, and I'm giving it a title as a reference variable. Okay, so here create to do, it is taking a variable as title. Yeah, and it is storing the title in the to do title. That's it. My high GDSC gets stored here, and its summer is here also. So yeah, it's all done for the basic storing and deleting data from the Firestore. You can use it for the uh, you can use subtitles also, like you can add a description, and it will, you can use it as a title, like the high GDSC as a title, and you can actually write your to do as a, like as a description. You can write anything else also. it will it will take same attributes, everything. Yeah. Yeah, in this, it is removing. So when you click the delete button to delete it, it's taking that delete to do function again here. Okay, okay. Oh, sorry, it was making disturbance. So yeah, you can see that here I add a to do, but when I pop it off, nothing is getting stored here. So it will create some errors, when you don't add anything in the file store. It will create errors, and nothing is getting stored here, so you can't delete. You have to actually use the null check to delete this tile. Yeah. So in the file store, you can actually wait. I'll show you something. Title need to do, yes, study. When you add something, it will print you. When you add it, I have written a print function where it will show you that the data is successfully stored. Sometimes Firestore makes some, it's sometimes it's frustrating. So use this print function so that when the data is stored successfully, you will get the message here. Okay. Put action button. Yeah, I've used put action button, and it will get it's using insert item, and yeah, it's using the await function, and to synchronize it we are using async. Yeah, so that's it. We are all good to use the Firebase, and it was the basic CRUD operation. We can embed both the functions together to, delete and create at the same time. As you can see, it was that easy. Yeah, it was that easy to incorporate Firebase to the app. Yeah, and yeah, there are so many things to do. Like you can add the date, like the date attributes, so that you can embed it with the to do also. And I'll update it with you. I'll share my code on the GitHub, and I'll share it with Hitanshu. Yeah, for if you want to experiment things, you can go to the documentations of the Firestore. Flutter is easy. You will get everything on the documentation itself. Yeah, and you can also embed like it's you can also embed the login function also to, like if you have like 2 to 3 friends using the same to do app, it will it will get merged with every to do, right? So you can actually try to get the authentication thing on the documentation. And if you have any doubts regarding to do, like if you have doubts regarding the today's session, you can ask me. If anyone have any doubts, you can open your mic and tell me. If no one have any doubts, I'll end my session and I'll I'll end my session and over to you, Tanshu. Are you there?
Yes, thank you so much, Harsh, for the valuable information you shared with me and with everyone else. Uh, okay, so yeah, in these 3 days of workshop, we made an app from scratch, which can now be used between like 3 to 4 people. So do review the code. I'll be sharing the GitHub repo, and the GitHub repo will also be in the description of the YouTube video which will be posted after the session. And yeah, thank you so much for joining, everyone. Uh, I'll be ending the session.